For centuries, the Galactic Alliance had recorded a single mystery that lingered like a shadow over every star chart. The human vessel Odyssey had vanished beyond mapped space 300 years ago, swallowed by a spatial anomaly no probe had ever survived. It had been written off as lost to the void, its crew presumed gone, its coordinates classified as a cautionary tale for navigators. Yet legends endured, whispered among traders and explorers who claimed to have seen streaks of light that did not match any known drive signature. Now the galaxy was about to learn that legends could awaken. The Alliance's Deep Space Observation Array detected the impossible first. A distortion wave shimmered at the edge of a dying red star, forming a tear that bled light like molten glass. Out of that wound drifted a ship, angular, black, and silent. Its surface shimmered with a liquid glow that bent starlight around it. It bore the faded insignia of Earth's old fleet command, yet every sensor failed to define its structure. The ship's hull rejected scans, absorbing every wavelength of energy as if it consumed knowledge itself. Commanders across the Alliance debated in frantic tones. Earth had not built ships for centuries. Its fleets had been mothballed after humanity joined the peaceful trade accords. The Odyssey was a relic, a myth, and yet here it was, alive and whole. No distress signal, no communication, only silence and a cold orbit around the dying star that once marked the boundary of known space. Admiral Rowan of the Alliance Security Fleet dispatched 3 cruisers to investigate. They approached cautiously, their shields raised. But before they could transmit a greeting, their systems flickered. Every engine cut off at once. Power drained like water from a broken pipe. The ships drifted helplessly, caught in a field of gravity that should not have existed. Then a voice, calm and measured, echoed across every frequency. Alliance vessels, stand down. Identify yourselves. This region is under the protection of Earth. It was an old Earth dialect filtered through static. The Alliance captains exchanged alarmed looks. Earth, protecting space beyond the frontier. No human colony existed within 20 sectors. Before they could reply, the Odyssey unfolded. Panels on its hull opened like petals, revealing an interior geometry that twisted in ways no physics could explain. It shimmered with light that appeared solid, forming an immense lattice that pulsed with steady rhythm. Admiral Rowan ordered a retreat, but the ships found themselves released gently, as though the Odyssey had merely been testing them. The field dissipated. Engines reignited, and in that moment, as the dark ship pivoted toward the nearest jump corridor, a chill ran through the galaxy. Within days, every sensor network lit up. The Odyssey was traveling directly toward the Alliance capital. Its speed broke every law. It did not use warp, slipstream, or fold space drives. It simply vanished and reappeared, skipping across thousands of light years as though the universe bent around it. The council convened in panic. The representatives of 100 species argued over what this return meant. Humanity had been quiet for generations, content, even peaceful. Its people traded art, medicine, and culture. They no longer built warships. They no longer tested forbidden drives, and yet one of their oldest vessels now carried technology beyond comprehension. When the Odyssey arrived in orbit of the capital world, every defense array locked on, thousands of weapons powered up but none fired. The ship emitted no threat signal. Instead, a single transmission appeared in every control room. This is Captain Elias of the Terran vessel Odyssey. We come with a message and a warning. The council permitted docking. When the airlock opened, the delegation that stepped out stunned the galaxy. The humans looked unchanged, though records said their ancestors had vanished centuries ago. Their uniforms were pristine, their eyes clear, their movements precise. It was as if no time had passed at all. Captain Elias bowed with calm grace before the assembled council. We were lost, he began, but we were not alone. The anomaly you recorded was not a storm, it was a door. We found ourselves in a dimension outside of time, where thought shapes matter and physics obeys intent. We were taught by entities who do not exist as we understand existence. They showed us how to see the fabric of reality and how to weave it. The council murmured in disbelief. One scholar from the Aurelian delegation rose. Such claims are absurd. Matter cannot be shaped by thought. Elias only raised his hand. A shimmer rippled in the air beside him. From nothing, a sphere of glowing metal appeared. It floated, humming softly. The council's sensors registered no power source. The metal was unknown, its structure impossible. Atoms arranged in patterns that contradicted logic. This is what we brought back, Elias said. We call it quantum weave. It draws energy directly from the continuum. With it we can create matter, heal worlds, or erase entire fleets, but we did not return to conquer. The hall fell silent. Even the most disciplined leaders could feel the weight behind those words. The power to erase fleets was not spoken lightly, Elias continued. The ones who taught us gave only one command. Protect your home. Protect your kind. Do not allow the corruption of knowledge. We returned to see what became of our people, and what has become of the galaxy. The council requested demonstrations. The humans agreed. On a barren moon nearby, the Odyssey deployed a single device. It looked like a silver seed. When placed on the ground, it expanded, shimmering with light. Within minutes, the moon's dead soil turned green. Air became breathable. Rivers formed from vapor. Life bloomed where none had existed for millennia. The observers watched in silence as sensors reported atmospheric stability beyond natural possibility. The ship had turned a wasteland into a garden in less than an hour. Yet even as the Alliance marveled, fear spread. If Earth now possessed this power, balance in the galaxy was finished. The old empires, the trade unions, the military orders, all would become obsolete. Elias sensed their unease. We did not return for domination, he said. But understand this, what we have seen cannot be unlearned. And not all who followed us into the anomaly returned with peace in mind. The council demanded clarification. Elias looked toward the stars through the hall's glass ceiling. We were not the only humans who entered the storm. Others were taken elsewhere, to regions where the laws of our universe are inverted. They learned other lessons. They may not wish for peace. Days later, the warning proved true. Across the outer sectors, fleets began vanishing. Planets reported brief flashes of light, then silence. Entire systems lost contact. Alliance scouts recovered only fragments of data, shadows of ships that looked human, but not built of any metal known to science. The council turned to Elias for aid. He agreed on one condition: Earth would lead the defense. Humanity, long silent, began to stir once more. The old shipyards of Mars flared to life. The moons of Jupiter awoke with forges that had not burned in centuries. But the vessels they built were unlike any before. Their hulls shimmered as if woven from light and gravity. They required no engines, no reactors. They answered only to thought. When the hostile fleet finally emerged, the stars themselves trembled. The opposing ships bore no insignia, no lights. Their surfaces were darker than vacuum, their movement unnatural. They struck without sound, erasing defenses with invisible force. Elias and his crew stood aboard the Odyssey at the center of the storm. With a single command, the ship unfolded once more. Wings of luminous geometry expanded, forming a vast sphere of light that rippled through space. The enemy fleet halted mid-attack as if time itself had frozen. Through every channel, Elias spoke. We remember who we are. We are the children of Earth, born from struggle, tempered by curiosity. We will not destroy, but we will not fall. The Odyssey released a pulse of energy. It was not a weapon, but a wave of harmony that restored what the enemy had erased. Worlds returned. Stations reappeared. The hostile ships disintegrated into dust. In that instant, the galaxy witnessed power that transcended destruction, the power to rewrite loss. When the light faded, silence reigned once again. The Odyssey drifted peacefully among the stars. Its mission complete, its warning fulfilled. Elias turned to his crew. Our purpose is not conquest but memory. We carry the legacy of what humanity can be when it reaches beyond fear. The ship began to fade, dissolving into the same shimmering geometry that had birthed it. Before it vanished, one final transmission echoed through every listening post. Do not fear what you cannot explain. Learn, grow, and remember, Earth watches still. Then the stars reclaimed the void. Centuries later, historians debated the truth of the event. Some claimed the Odyssey became part of the cosmos itself, its crew guardians of reality's edge. Others believed they ascended into dimensions beyond thought. Whatever the truth, every ship of every species still carried a small emblem on its hull, a circle of light surrounding a single word: Earth. And though no one had seen the Odyssey again, every explorer who ventured too far beyond the known routes sometimes reported a fleeting shimmer, a whisper in the void, and a feeling that someone was watching, not as a threat, but as a guardian ensuring that the galaxy never forgot the power of humanity's return, nor the light of the ship that had defied science itself.